Hi
Realmomly.
guys.
How you doing?
How you hanging in?
We're doing decent. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Y-
yeah. We're
Yep.
doing all right. I think everyone's like itching to get out of their house now at this point.
Mhm. I think so too.
So,
I know I
yeah.
am. It's hard to even like go to the store.
Yep.
It's pretty annoying.
So,
But some positives have come out of it, I guess. Quarantine. So if that's
yeah.
what you want to call it. Yeah. Um But yeah, we both started school now, so we're both busy. We got a lot of shit going on now. Went from like total, like, at least for me, total nothingness and lazy to, oh shit, I gotta get my butt in gear.
Yeah. Which is great. I mean, I haven't been there in quite some time. It was so funny. I started doing Instacart a few weeks ago, and I was doing
Mm-hmm.
it full time before school, so I was doing it every day. And it's a lot of walking, pretty fast paced because you're like trying to get it done quickly.
Yeah.
But I hadn't done that since serving before Oakland was born.
Dude,
So,
right? So, like, what, two
like,
years?
yeah, so doing that, getting back into that and doing that full time. And like, I just was really tired after the first week. And I'm like, I feel like I'm such, like, I don't know, like, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Lazy.
Z.
Yeah.
Which at home
Um,
you're still running after toddlers, but it's different when you're really
yeah, when you're like
busting
moving
ass.
and
Yeah.
lifting heavy stuff and doing all that stuff. So, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I mean, get
That's
myself out of the house.
right. Make some money,
Yeah.
which, going from not necessarily making your own money to like starting to make your own money again, you're like, oh shit, it feels so good.
You're like, make it rain.
I know, I know. I know. I started working at a plant nursery. It's super fucking cool. I love it. But damn, it's like it's physical labor. This is a gym without a gym. You're lifting plants, you're lifting palms, you're lifting really big palms. Bro, I've come home like a fucking noodle and I'll be so energetic all day. I'll be like, all right, let's go. Let's get it. And then as soon as like I walk through the door, give Cole a hug, I'm then like, all right, bath time. Bath time is like when I'm like, dude, fuck this. Let's all go to bed. You're just like a noodle, a wet noodle, flopping around, starving, dirty, sweaty. It's
Noodle.
fucking hot outside and it's all outside. There's like
Does it
one.
take you back to the sandbar days?
Yeah, but at least there was a roof so you didn't have sun in your back the whole day.
That's true.
But you did sweat your ass off in there and you did come out real dirty and
Hell yeah.
oh man, yeah. So yeah, kind of like that except you're lifting plants as well.
Yeah, luckily, like with the Instacart thing, I get to be in AC for part of it, which is nice.
Yeah. I bet
But it's
like if you're at an
so hot.
apartment or something and you have to walk up like stairs.
Yeah, I had to do that a few times. Walk up. Luckily, it was only to the second floor. I haven't gone any higher than that, but still, I feel like they should tip you like at least $10 extra because
Right?
it's not like you're doing one load at a time, like one load and that's it. You've got multiple loads, and majority of the time they order cases of water and
Huge
cases
shit.
of sodas and
Beer.
like
Do you have to
yeah.
like if they order beer, do you have to like have a picture of their ID or do you show your ID?
So on the app when you check out, it has their birth date
Uh huh.
and the salesperson is supposed to like click it and like put in their birth date or whatever, but they just use my ID because it's
Easier.
I've had a couple like use the app that'll just put in the app information, but then I have had a couple use my ID because they say that like I'm the one purchasing it, so it should be my ID, which I totally get. So now
Interesting.
whenever I shop, I just have my ID because, and then when I drop it off, I have to scan the barcode on the back of the person's ID
Mm-hmm.
into the app in order to drop it off.
Interesting. Okay. So they have to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah, and they have to be of age. And if I have like anything, like if I feel like anything's like weird or
Sus.
wrong or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
then I won't leave it.
I gotcha.
It's basically like being a bartender,
Tender.
and I got a note from Instacart last week saying that they were like, make sure you check IDs. The ID, like when you scan it, make sure that all the information on the front is the same that scans into the phone.
Oh.
Um, because they'll be doing like undercover, like they do for bartenders.
Oh
That,
shit.
yeah. I was like, oh man, this is some serious shit.
Yeah. I mean, it is like being a server. You're just dropping off groceries
Yeah,
instead of.
yeah. So I had one lady who bought champagne and like a whole like birthday thing, like a cake and balloons for a friend of theirs
Mm-hmm.
as a surprise through Publix. So of course it came to me. I picked it up and I went and dropped it off. Well, the person that I dropped it off to was not home, so I'm not allowed to leave the alcohol
Oh. So you couldn't
like
leave it.
without. Yeah, so it's like it just gets really confusing. So I was able to get a hold of the customer who purchased it and put in their ID information in order for me to leave it for them. So I could leave it, but it just and now with the COVID and everything, they don't want any contact. So I've had people like show me their ID through the glass window, or
And you
like
just take a picture of it? Or
yeah,
you
like
like put their
I tell them to
information in?
turn it around and I scan it because I can scan it through it'll go through the window as long as it can read it. Um, but people forget when they order alcohol that I have to check their ID. So sometimes
It's
the note
still
will
the
be like,
same. It's still like
yeah,
you're going to the store. They still have to check it. That's
yeah. So
interesting.
like people forget, they're like the notes on the delivery will be like, oh, just leave it in the garage. I'm like, okay, well, I have to go to the front door and knock because I need to see someone's ID.
Hmm.
So
Well, I hope they tip you well. That's one thing that's interesting. It's just getting like an hourly wage and not getting tipped. That's like,
yeah,
because I mean, I only worked 2 days a week at a restaurant before this, and I was making, 3 or more a week. In this place, I'm making like $199 a week, and I'm working more days and more hours, and it's just so and like really hard physical labor, and you're
that's
not.
the hardest part. Like when you get used to that server and bartender pay,
Oh,
nothing compares. You're like, I can't
nothing.
do any other job. But this Instacart is actually pretty decent. Most people tip really well. Um, Either, sometimes I'll get double tips, so like they'll tip on the app and then
And
they'll
then
give me
they'll.
cash.
That's usually what I do when I use it, which
Yeah,
I don't use it anymore very often because I
yeah.
don't have the money
Well,
to
most people
pay the
that are using it
upcharges.
are right, and most people that use it are elderly, older, have
Mm-hmm.
money, are have the ability to pay and pay well. So
That's true. If I can't tip well, I'm not gonna buy something through something like that.
yeah, yeah, it's not like you got to think about it. They're doing the shopping for you. They're loading the groceries up. They're unloading the groceries for you. You have to tip them. Like it doesn't make any sense not to tip them at all because they're doing all of that for you.
Yeah, they're
You
doing your
literally,
fucking grocery shopping. They're saving you hours out of your day.
yeah, yeah.
At least for
So
me, I go up. I do some. I'm not the best at grocery shopping. I'm glad Jake lets me go grocery shopping because he would be fucking shitty at it. I buy more food than he would, and would buy like way less things than I would.
that's how this for Sherrod and I. But then
And
if someone he
I'd
gets
be like,
pissed.
get cookies and ice cream, and he'd be like, no, no cookies and no ice cream.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it. We're gonna save our money.
Exactly. Buy some fucking
Sherrod
bland
does
ass
that, and then Sherrod gets
crackers.
mad. Yeah, Sherrod gets mad because he's like, you spent how much on groceries
I
this week?
know.
And he's
It's a
like,
normal amount. It's a normal amount of money for a normal amount of groceries.
yeah. And my kids are eating regular food now, so it's like, and they eat a
Exactly.
lot.
Dude,
So I have to.
Cole is stuck on fucking grapes and blueberries right now, and he is fucking his shit is disgusting.
I was just
I
gonna
need him
say,
to stop eating, and I'm just like, but like, what do I do, man? I don't
I
know.
know. I
I
know
like
what blueberry
I
shit
cut him
looks like.
off,
It
and
is
I'm
not
just
fun.
like, and then fuck, I have to cut him off. I bought more, but I'm just like, okay, we're waiting multiple days before we eat any more of this,
Yeah.
dude.
Dang. I know what blueberry shit is like, man.
Dude, it's so fucking gross. It's fucking nasty. Ew, 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 ew. Okay,
Yeah, Oki's
anyways.
stuck on like yogurt. That's her thing. Yogurt, 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 yogurt. I'm like, no, you can't have yogurt for every meal of the day.
It's super
Oh,
hard. I made a roast the other day, or
hmm
last night I made a roast. And I'm like, all right, Cole loves beef, he loves potatoes, he loves carrots. He will love all of this. I'll make some green beans. Dude, he didn't fucking eat a damn thing. He ate cornbread. And I'm like, so my child's gonna go to bed hungry.
right?
But like
Those, those are those are our kids, man. I will make like a whole feast, and we're like, okay, they're gonna like this. We're gonna make it a certain way, and then Oki just dumps the plate on the floor.
floor,
Like, what the hell did
right?
you just give me?
If I put no thought into it, if I'm just like, fuck it, tonight we're just doing whatever, I'll just grab a bunch of random shit, and it's like, it's nothing bad, but it's nothing that super great either, and he loves it, like fruit, like a vegetable, corn, eat it up.
Yep.
I don't fucking understand it. Every day is different. One day you like broccoli, one day you don't. Make up your mind.
You know, kids.
They're cool. They're cool. But yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about. We're gonna talk some. We're gonna talk
Some
about
COVID.
the fucking COVID. Yeah.
I mean, I know we've been talking about COVID, but we're gonna
Yeah.
talk a little more about COVID.
We're gonna make this a short episode this week. We're kind of gonna get into it, and we both started school. We're both kind of stressing over shit, so we're kind of just gonna have an easy way out this week. COVID,
Yeah.
talking about our experiences, and I guess we're in phase 1, which I thought we were in phase 1 before, but today is another part of phase 1 that something happened.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what comes with these phases.
So phase
And
1,
how many phases are there?
well, I'm on the government website, and I'm on page 23 out of 35, and that's phase 1. Page 23 is phase 1. So apparently there are some phases.
Oh,
So
wow.
right now, today, restaurants were allowed to go up to 50% capacity. Gyms were allowed to open. Salons were opened last week. Last week? Yeah. Restaurants went up to 50% capacity. Gyms are at 50% capacity. State parks are open. Beaches open, but should be limited to like 10 people or less. All that other stuff is not interesting. Phase 2, I don't know when it's supposed to start. But
Maybe next week.
fuck,
It seems like they're doing like week by week.
week by week, yeah. I No, that sounds about right. I mean, that seems technically about what they're doing. I know restaurants at phase 2 are supposed to go up to like 75% capacity.
You know they're already at 100% right now.
Dude, I passed US 1, the grills. Is it Riverside? Because I guess the grills and the port is the port. So yeah, grills
Yeah.
Riverside. And it was packed. It was
Yeah.
packed. And I know there are a lot of outside seating. I totally get that. I'm not taking, I'm taking that into consideration. But dude, just seeing it from US 1, people everywhere.
Yeah. That's the same with the little bistro over here. It was just like I drove past it. It was like Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday, and it was both parking lots were packed. I'm like, I just laughed to myself. I'm like, oh yeah, 50% capacity or whatever they're
I
supposed to
know,
be.
right? So I've heard also now, so children aren't being super super affected by the actual virus of COVID-19, but it goes like it puts such stress on their body that now after they're recovering, and they have no longer have symptoms from the virus, they get another sort of something going on with their body where it's like the inflammation, and there's no cure for it. There's like nothing. They don't really know what it is. They don't know what to do with it, but it's just their body's so stressed and overworked that they're, what I understand, their blood vessels are and being inflamed, and it's not, I don't think it's like a life or death situation, but I think it's just causing more time in the hospital. Like their bodies are just overstressed. It just put a lot on them.
Aren't they comparing it to like some sort of other disease,
I
like
think
common
so.
common disease that kids get?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
forget what
it's
it's
like
called.
Hashimoto's or something like that, I think.
I don't know.
But I mean, I took Cole. It's kind of hard because Jake is slowly getting gigs. Jake is slowly having to work, and I took Cole to the grocery store the other day, and I kept him in the cart. Like I put a little thing over it, wet wipes everywhere. Judge me if you fucking want, but you know, in and out of there, 20 minutes, right? Everyone loved my fucking kid. No one gave me mean looks. One lady yelled at me for going the wrong way in the lane, but not a big deal. But also, so then I hear like after I leave Publix, I hear that, and I'm like, I don't know. It just like it makes you like me second guess. Like, okay, should I have brought my kid to the fucking store? Like, but also it's just like so fucking convenient. Let me just get to the store, take my, like let's get it over with,
Yeah.
rather than
It's
have to be
easier for
like,
me because I'm there all the time, so I can just like randomly pick things up that I need as I'm shopping, you know?
exactly. But when, like, and even now, we're on our last two things of toilet paper. And I don't want to look every day for fucking toilet paper. I don't have time for that shit.
Well, you should tell me and I'll start looking
Oh, yeah. Please start looking for some toilet
and I
paper.
can buy whatever they got.
Jake bought like 2 rolls. They had like the individual rolls somewhere
Yeah, because
today.
I can only buy one. Um, it's like one per person, but like when you're an Instacart shopper, if you have separate orders, they totally let you do that. Um,
Oh, well, that's nice.
yeah, because sometimes you have like multiple orders
Mm hmm.
and they'll each person will order, like one, like each one of them will order like toilet paper.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Every
so it's a
time I
little
go to the
different.
one in Rockledge, it's completely empty.
The one over by me is usually pretty good, and the one at Satellite Beach is always stocked.
You hear that, people? Satellite Beach.
Yeah, it's always stocked.
Beachside, and they're always so nice. They'll tell you when it comes in too. That's one
Yeah.
reason why I wish I lived beachside. Cole and I went to the beach the other day, Saturday, and we hung
Mhm.
out with my little brother. The beach, it wasn't packed. It was busier than obviously it has been in forever, but just the people, like the crowds walking to the beach was insane. The sidewalk, traffic, everything was insane. I totally forget my point to this story. I don't know. Oh, this is my point. I saw at least like 10 different people that I just know of, or that like I know who they are, and I'm just like, this is why I don't live in Satellite Beach. This
Yeah.
right here. I don't want to be
'Cause
seeing
no
these
matter where you go, you run into somebody you know.
right?
Doesn't
No,
matter
no,
where
no,
you
no,
go in
no.
Satellite Beach.
I like Rockledge. I'll stay over here.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
delivered
move
to
somewhere else eventually.
I delivered to a guy yesterday. It was alcohol. It was your guys' Publix in Rockledge, not the US one, but the one off of Morale.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he was buying 4 bottles of, I think it was whiskey, whatever, 4 bottles. But I delivered to him in Rockledge, is where he lives, like off of what is that, Barnes?
Yeah.
That's Barnes right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
barns where the apartment complexes are. The apartment complexes are on the left, and then the neighborhood is on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives in that neighborhood, and there's a house for sale in that neighborhood that I love. It's contingent right now, but I just loved it.
Contingent
It's so
means it's
cute.
under like contract, right? Or under someone like
Yeah.
placed a bid on it.
Yeah, so somebody put in
Offer.
a offer and it was accepted, and now they're doing their inspections and all that. So it's contingent based on what comes back from inspections and appraisal and all that.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah. So basically, it's under contract if everything goes as planned with that.
I gotcha.
But it's been on the market for a hot minute. I saw it was listed for like 60 days or something like that. But it was like decently priced. It was so cute. But Shroud doesn't want to live in Rockledge, so.
Uh,
But it was really cute.
I would never have picked Rockledge to live in, ever.
Yeah, there's a few
But
areas that I just really like.
I really like my house, and I like that I am like 10 minutes from the avenues. I'm 10 minutes from 5 minutes from Cocoa Village. It's just, I'm in like
Yeah, you're like right there.
prime, 15 minutes, 20 minutes from Cocoa Beach. Not that I ever want to fucking go there, but no, Cocoa Beach
Yeah,
is not
not
my thing.
anymore.
No, not if I don't
I
have
don't think
to.
I've been down there
Since you quit
since
Sandbar.
I left. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I haven't been there since maybe like going to the beach here and there, but I don't even go to the beach in Cocoa Beach. I'll either do
I guess
cake.
I have gone into like Sandbar a couple times, like going out, but other than that, I haven't been down there.
Damn, I cannot wait to go out and like get drunk at a bar,
Yeah,
which I don't do often anyways, but shit, having like the last month. Dude, this is the past month. I've literally, Jake hasn't been working. I just got a job, so I haven't worked either. And we've been just like chilling at home, and we're like, all right, this would be the perfect time to like go on a vacation or,
right? You
like
can
have
go
a
on
date night,
vacation, you
get
can
your
have
kid
date night.
watched.
Yeah,
Yes. And you can't do any of that. You can't get a babysitter. You can't go on vacation. You have to,
you can't even leave the house.
no. And I thought I was going to be so fucking peachy keen. It turned out to be way better than I thought it was going to be. Jake and I figured some things out, like relationship wise, that we needed to figure out. Him and Cole have bonded more. It's been a really hard month, but it's made Jake and I like co-parent better. It's made us communicate better, patience, like everything we've had to like work
Yeah,
on, because we've never like, I never have to co-parent with him because he was never fucking here. He was working all the time.
yeah,
So then like also him coming in and being like, all right, helping me with like things around the house when he's not working, because he had nothing, he worked on like projects, but he didn't have like actual work to go to.
yeah.
So it was super nice to work on those things and get like on a different level. And it also made
And
me
how was it with you guys, like, you know, basically losing your jobs, furlough?
um
I mean, not furlough for you, but furlough for Jake.
I honestly thought he took it better than I thought he was going to. Usually Jake and money, I think that's like that's something he likes to maintain, like a certain amount of money. He likes to have that security. He likes to know that if something happens, like we have something to fall back on. And I totally get that. So when all this happened, I really don't think he thought it was going to be this long, but
I don't think anyone did.
yeah, he was
We were
like,
like, okay, yeah, a whole week with no work, vacation time,
right,
and then it
2
became,
weeks, and then 3,
yeah,
then 4. But I mean, he did pretty well. There were a few times where we're just like, fuck, like, okay. This was the month that I was supposed to get a job anyways. Like last month was supposed to like start getting a job. And then that kind of put that on hold as well. And then it was more of like, okay, Charlie, you need to get a job sort of thing. And then you can't go anywhere. You're on quarantine. And it's like, well, do you try to get a job or do you try to be safe for your family as well? And I would never want to bring anything home to Cole that would put him in jeopardy or Jake. So, and then it would be all of us three stuck at home where you can't even like fucking go outside or have any choice at all because you're quarantined, and we'd all be probably quarantined separately in like a hospital if we had to go, which I could
Yeah, you
not
guys
even
wouldn't even
imagine.
be. Yeah, you guys wouldn't even be like together. That's one
Exactly.
thing that's like when your kids go into the hospital, like you can't be there for them, and it's just
Dude,
like
I would lose my
heartbreaking.
shit. I'd be
Yeah,
I don't know. I That would break me into pieces if I couldn't be there with Cole. So there was just a lot of
yeah,
factors to think about. There are, I mean, honestly, with the baby, I think for like the first few weeks, I think we went a little insane because you're just with you. I mean, there's legit
constantly.
no breaks. There is
Mhm.
no like, hey, can you take the baby so we can have an hour, or
Yep.
can we have a night? You know, like, no, 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 no. So,
Yeah.
and then especially where he worked 6 nights a week. Um, so not having that time apart as well and constantly being around each other where you're just like,
Just
fuck,
want to kill them.
go back to work, go away, look invisible
Go
for
for
a
a walk,
minute,
man.
right? So, it was hard. It was really hard, but I think it brought us all closer together as a family. I
Yeah.
think right now we're stronger, um, and we communicate better. I mean, I think this really helped us out. I really think it made us look at like what we need to fucking work on, and especially now because I'm in school. Jake's gonna start working, full time again. I'm working. We're gonna have to work stuff out with Cole, so there's a lot of shit that we're going to have to communicate on, and I think this prepared us for
Yeah.
that. I think it really helped us figure things out. And not like we were like breaking up or anything. We were, typical like parent and having a fucking child issues. Like one person's working all the fucking time and the other one's at home working all the time. So I mean, it's a hard fucking dynamic anyways.
Yeah.
So, and especially when you haven't been together for years and years and years and you're still figuring everything out.
You're still figuring out your own relationship.
Exactly. And then you have a kid in the mix and you're trying to figure that out as well. You know,
Yeah.
any parent, I mean, even if you've been together fucking like 10 years, I think having a child changes the whole relationship dynamic, no
Yeah.
matter how strong you are. But either way, the bad times make you stronger, and I think this made us stronger, even though it wasn't necessarily all bad. It was a good experience, and I loved having him home. I really did. I don't want him to go back to work. He also is watching Cole while I'm at work, so it's like the roles have switched. Not that I'm bringing
Yeah.
in like big dough or anything over here, but dude, it feels good. It feels so fucking good to come home to my man and my little baby, and Jake's making dinner and Cole's like, "Mommy." And it's just, oh my god, it's just like, dude, this is what I fucking dreamed of, man. This is what dreams are made of.
I know. I'm like, I'm loving it. You know, my kids they're in daycare. But just like going to work and having that time and like, Sherrod sometimes he has to go get them because, I'm working a little bit later and it's
Uh-huh.
like you figure it out. You go home, you shower, you get the car, like you go pick them up, you make them dinner.
Yes.
And then it's nice when I come home and they've already had dinner and he's made dinner and they're in the bath or whatever, it's just like, okay, like it's
Right?
nice.
It's
Like
so
it's a
nice
nice
to come
thing.
home and get the good stuff because you're not dealing with all of like like having to like work and take care of your kid during the day. You're not doing that back and forth kit with your child where it's like, okay, I'm giving you attention now, but now I can't give you the attention.
Yeah.
And now they get to deal with that kind of, but now, and you're coming home and you're like, okay, I get to give him a bath and put him to bed. Like easy peasy. I got it. I've been waiting
Yeah.
for this all day. Like, give me the snuggles.
And it's like, mommy's home, mommy.
Ah,
It's like, yeah,
it's the
that's right.
fucking best.
It's
It's
way
the
better than sitting
best.
there all day, like where the F is dead at. he is 5 minutes late. Where is he at? You know? And
Yes.
then he comes to the door, and all the kids are like, da 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 da. And he gets to be the good guy while you're over here
Right?
like the bad guy because you've had them all day with their bad attitudes and everything else that you've had to deal
The
with.
tantrums and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so nice to have that break. I'm just really like I've been at home with them for 2 years and I've loved it every minute of it, don't get me wrong, but totally so excited to like get I feel like I'm getting my life back, which is a great feeling.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's something where you're like, holy shit, like, I'm doing something for myself. Like, I was literally thinking the other day, like, 2 months ago, a month ago, if I would have known, like, I'm doing a podcast with my best friend and I'm like really loving it. I don't even care if you people fucking listen or I do care if you listen. I really do. But it's just fun, you know? We have fun with it and we enjoy it. Like even if nobody did listen,
Yeah.
I might be butthurt a little bit, but also I enjoy doing it with you. So, whatever. And then like I have a job working at a plant nursery. Like, holy fuck. I started school. Like I never in a million years would have thought that like, that's not true. Not in a million years, but I never thought that
Like
I
this
would
is
be,
where we need to be.
yes. And it just feels so good to be like, okay, finally I'm seeing like me again.
Mhm.
It's a super awesome
100%.
feeling. Yeah, you're feeling
Yeah.
yourself come back.
Well, COVID's been like so totally, I mean, not totally different experience, but I started working at Instacart, so I haven't been, we haven't been on full quarantine lockdown. Sherrod's essential, so he's working. He's
Mm-hmm.
same schedule, and the girls never stopped going to daycare. Um, they started going full time when I started Instacart, and then with school and everything. So it's been pretty much the opposite. It's like, yeah, we're quarantined, but all of us are getting out of the house, and we're also being super careful. Sherrod and I, at the end of the day when we come home, like before we go pick them up, we make sure we shower, we change, we wash everything,
Mm-hmm.
all of our clothes that we wore that day go straight into the washing machine. We shower, we have Lysol, we take our shoes off before we walk in. I have masks and gloves for work. Um, I have like the
All your
wipes,
safety
bacterial
gear.
wipes. Yeah, like we're still trying to be safe
Mm-hmm.
because I don't even know what I would do if any of us were to get it. It would just the girls are so young. It would just is still worrisome like for me. So we're still like super cautious. And with daycare, like they go to a little in-home um daycare. So
There's like
um
what, like 5 people, if that, right now.
yeah, yeah, well before like a few weeks ago it was literally just them and then maybe one or two other kids that would come.
There you go.
So now more and more since things are starting to open up, more kids are starting to go, but still it's never more than like maybe six.
That's not bad.
No, so it's not anything, where I have to worry about lots of kids, being around one
Mm-hmm.
another. It's just a few and it's not a big like it's really not that big of a deal. And she's like really cautious as far as she knows like what her parents do and um she's got one like parent that works in the medical field and she doesn't let her come pick up unless she's changed or showered
From her
or like
nursing,
she's very yeah
her
she's
scrubs.
very very like careful about all of that stuff so
Well,
I
that's
know
good.
that she's safe with them. So it's kind of had like almost the opposite, this is the time where we've gone out and then when we are home together on the weekends, I mean now I've been working Instacart, but before I started we were doing like working out, basically working out every day,
Mm-hmm.
going on walks, enjoying outside time.
Yeah, that's been super nice being outside and been able to sit in the backyard. It's super nice having a backyard. Kiddie
Yeah.
pool,
So,
hose. Yeah.
but basically, like, that's
It's kind of,
COVID for us.
yeah, you kind of have like stayed the same a little bit, but you've also started working, which is also a big change too.
Yeah. So, it is what it is, and unfortunately, it's like our new normal, we all are going to have it. Like, they're going to be telling us, like, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, wear gloves, don't wear a mask. Like, there's always going to be, like, or
Something.
don't wear gloves, what did I say, mask? There's always going to be, like, pros and cons of each, whatever anybody
Well, and
says.
all the
So
people are
it's, I
saying
think,
different stuff too. Like I looked on the
yeah,
CDC website and it said there were like 1 million deaths from it, and then I looked on another site and it said there were 3 million deaths. So
yeah,
there's just like, and there's all kinds of new like there's limited tests. So when they bring out more tests, if they have like one day where they have like more tests than the last day, of course there's going to be more positives because you have more tests. And they've changed the way
yeah,
they've done the tests over time as well. Like at first they were looking at a specific like an RNA specific something, and it took longer to get the test results back, but it was more specific. And then they changed to like a faster way of doing it but less specific, and they've just changed so many different ways. So how the fuck do you know?
yeah. And then I saw something like an article about like 20,000 or 25,000 tests were compromised or something from Florida or like don't count that said, I don't know
See,
exactly what
well,
happened.
and
I
they're
didn't read
also
it, but
finding that like, okay, if you've had COVID and then you have no longer have any symptoms, fever, whatever, and then a few days later you retest positive.
yeah, I saw that like people are re-getting it.
Yeah. So it's just I don't really know. That's the thing. You don't
I
really
don't know.
know. Um, conspiracy.
Well, like
I
what,
don't like that
like,
word.
okay, so what you get COVID. Okay, so exactly how long do you have to quarantine yourself? Like, when are you okay to go out? When is it still contagious? Like, I still don't know all that information. It's not like,
I feel like it just keeps changing.
yeah.
I don't know, and
So
I'm
this is
also
like,
not sure how this like rephase opening. Like, if they get a huge number increase, are we going to shut back down? Um,
I don't
and
know.
then, so Jake just gave me a note. The number of positive tests down in the past 2 weeks. Okay, so that's good. The number of positive tests in the past 2 weeks have gone down. And then Florida deaths, as of last week or the week or two, are also down to 30 to 50 a day.
So, I mean, as long as they're going down as we open, that's a plus.
There you go. Because I was really worried that it was all going to open and they were going to get this huge spike in numbers and we were all going to be shut down again.
Yeah. I mean, it could still happen, but we'll just have to see how it goes slowly, slow and steady, I guess.
That's true. Like you said, new normal. And like
Yeah.
having to get used to the fucking new way of the grocery store. This way is the right way, and that you have to go down the aisles a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm not that
Which
kind of shopper. I'm the shopper that goes from one side of the store to the other, back to the other side, back to the other. I do a
yeah.
very fucked up way of shopping.
It's like, oh man, I'm already in produce, but I gotta go all the way to the other side so I could get my bread that I totally forgot
Forgot about
about.
that's me. That is me. I'll even have a list and
Yeah.
everything and I'll forget.
Yeah.
So,
So it's just, I mean, I think that it's super important, like what I've seen as far as, being around certain bacterias and stuff. Like, I think it's really important for our immune systems to be able to fight things off on its own. But at the same time, I think it's also important to,
be
wear gloves if
safe.
you feel like you need to, or, wear a mask if you feel like you need to, or, whatever you think works for you is the best way. And
That's kind of my
feel
thing as
comfortable doing
well.
it like how you want to do it, because it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what anybody
I
else
mean,
thinks.
obviously, don't be a dick and like be aware of other people's sensitivities and like how they're dealing with it. But like you
Hmm.
said, everyone's going to deal with it in a different way. I only go to one store right now, and that is Publix. I get everything I need at that one store. I haven't been to Walmart or Target or TJ Maxx, but that's the thing.
I
But that's
did.
like,
I went to Walmart one time. I went to the big Walmart in Viera, and that was a few days ago. But I had to go for like school supplies
mm-hmm.
and Sherrod needed something specific from there that I had to go because normally we go to like our little
Walmart.
market one over
Yeah.
here. But it was jam packed. I could not believe how busy it was. It blew my mind. But I was just like, I'm not coming back in here. Like that's why I like my Instacart because it's all Publix
Mm-hmm.
related.
Exactly.
Um, so and I like shopping there. Like I feel clean. I know they're cleaning their carts,
And they're
every
doing
single one of
really
their
good with
carts.
it. Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
That's one thing I've learned through this stay-at-home order is that I can live without going to all of these stores. I like to buy little things here and there. My main thing right now is like pots and plants, and I'm really into rugs and bedding, and so I kind of like will just buy shit. And that's a
yeah,
problem I have. So like not being able to go to any of these stores I think has really been great for me because now I really don't have a desire to go to them because I know I can live without them.
yeah.
So I mean I'd rather go to like Facebook Marketplace or a thrift store. And I
Yeah,
mean
right
not
now
that
we're
I'm
trying to
going to
look
any
for a
thrift stores,
desk.
but we are too. We need to get a
Yeah,
desk for our guest room. I actually ended up ordering a folding table from Amazon and I'm just gonna kick it with that
yeah.
for now. Yeah, it was $30. Um,
Yeah, we've been using, I just use our dining room table, but I need like a desk chair because for me to sit and do my live for school every day, 8 to 1, in the dining room chair is
hurting your butt.
hurtful.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I need to get a, a chair. But I heard that, I know, we've done really good with the whole shopping thing and not being able to shop because nothing's been open. But I did hear that when Ross opens, all their stuff's going to be on like 50 to 90% off
dude, you know
because
it's gonna be insane in there. I love Ross.
because they're trying to get rid of all their stuff that they haven't sold in the last month and a half or
Oh
whatever, however
man,
long
I
it's been.
really need new bathroom rugs.
I know. I was just like, I checked to see if they were open last week on Friday, I think, because I had to get shoes for school because they gotta get the picky shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to check and they weren't open yet. I don't know when I heard they were supposed to open last week, but they weren't open. So
Yeah.
maybe this week.
I feel like right now it's kind of like the places that aren't open are dependent on like their own personal judgment.
Yeah.
Like some places that can be open and then aren't
Well, maybe
open.
they just need to prepare because they know they're gonna get like it's gonna be like Black Friday,
That's super true. Hopefully, I think
especially if it's discounted.
to say what?
I said especially if it's all discounted.
Dude, Ross is the boss. I just made that up. Okay, that was super lame. But bars open I think in phase 2.
Okay,
Bars.
but still like only half capacity, right?
Like 25 or 50%. In phase 3. No, no, no. So 25% for bars in phase 2 and then in phase 3 it's 50% for bars
Oh, gotcha.
cuz everyone crowded at the bar. But
Yeah,
but yeah, that's our COVID-19 experience.
yeah,
We
that's
hope
what we've been up to.
Yeah, we hope it's been all positive for you guys. Obviously, it's not all positive because life, but hopefully, it was a decent experience. You got to, kind of slow down. And if you are an essential worker, at least you're able to pay your bills and you're still on a regular schedule. If you're not, hopefully, you're chilling and learning about yourself,
And not
relaxing.
stressing too much about money.
Hopefully, not
Because
too
life
much.
isn't all about money. I mean, I know we need to make our bills, but
Oh, man.
sometimes you got to learn a little bit about yourself and like learn new things and
Yeah.
enjoy outside. And you have to think about like all the positive stuff.
I have such an issue with
And a lot
money.
of a lot of places are like, giving you a discount or like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, um, pushing back your bills because they
Yeah,
understand.
that's been super nice. I've had a few places like student loans that I've had to pay.
Yeah,
They let me hold for like 2 months or something like that. One let me go. I think it's default or like I don't know what the fuck it's called.
yeah,
Deferment. I think they let
deferment.
me do that. They did it for me for a year. It's
Nice.
like,
Well, you're in
holy,
school now, so I think they'll all be deferred.
really? Even if I'm just part-time?
As long as you're in
What?
school.
No
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah. Well, the federal loans. I don't know what kind of loans you have through Kaiser.
Ugh, they fucked me because I have one that's now it's like a launch. It's through a bank now. It's through like a launch, the launch bank. So it can't be a
Yeah.
they. That one probably won't. That one only gave me a month for deferment, and I
Yeah, but
like
other federal ones will be.
they yeah, that was the one that was already deferred for a year. So
Yeah. Well, I don't
student
know.
loans,
Maybe
you'll
we can
have
get the
them
payment
forever,
down or something. I know. I'm
right?
just.
I'm probably gonna have to call them, but a lot of people have been nice about it. So hopefully, no one's stressing too hard, and you're able to enjoy this last
Yeah.
month and a
And we
half.
hope you guys enjoy this weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Woo!
We hope everyone has fun.
Right, barbecue. That's always my favorite. Jake's gonna be working, but that's just how it is. It's now time for time apart.
Whoop whoop. Oh
Woo!
yeah.
Right? Our schedules are gonna be completely opposite, and I'm gonna be working when he's off, and he's gonna be working when I'm off.
See now you're gonna be like, man, I wish we were back in quarantine and we had time together and after,
Right?
a month or two,
I really will.
sometime, after some time. Right
But
now you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna be like, heck yeah.
right, but it's a bettering for what that made no sense. It'll be a better, I don't fucking know. This will help us grow.
This will be better in the long run.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It'll be better in the long run.
Yeah.
He'll really love it when I have a nursing degree and I'm like the boss bitch paying all the bills.
There you
Hopefully,
go. And he could
one
be a
day.
stay-home dad.
Right? I'm ready for that day.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And then Cole will probably be in school because it's going to take me forever to get this shit done.
Yeah, and then they can be the tennis stay-at-home dads.
Right?
They
And
can win.
they'll get to go play tennis in the mornings and the
Yeah,
afternoon or sleep in or something because I'm going to be getting up, going to work, and he'll be off to take the kid to school.
exactly. So they're
Life,
gonna get the
man.
good times while we get the bad times.
Fuck, man. Fuck. It never works out for us.
Yep. So anyway, we hope y'all enjoy this weekend, this Memorial Day weekend.
Have a lovely
And
time.
yeah, we hope you guys stay safe with COVID and everything. And thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. Stay healthy, stay focused, stay positive.
And we really enjoyed our Mother's Day giveaway. So we're definitely gonna do another one. Where everyone, like, we don't want people to think that you have to be a mom to enter.
Yeah, so we'll do one that's for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Because that was pretty good, and we got some good vendors in there, and so
hopefully we can get
we
more
enjoyed
next
it,
time.
and we want to do it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great fucking night.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.